Thank you, Spencer, for a very nice introduction to my presentation. Let's see if I can follow that one. My name is Per. I'm from the Nordics. I'm working as an SC in Lenovo. And if I'm saying something wrong, that is, I will use the excuse that English is not my common language, right? So, Think Agile from Lenovo is capable for delivering a bunch of different solutions. Azurestack is one of them. If you take a look at the Lenovo's homepage, you will see that Think Agile will be delivered in different flavors. We are able to deliver an infrastructure from traditional to converge and hyper-converge to software-defined with the entire stack of hardware needed to deliver that solution. For supporting multiple locations, no matter if we are talking about your on-prem or your cloud services. If you're talking about RAN services, robo connections or whatever, within the infrastructure supporting converge or hyper-converge. We will also be able to deliver solutions within Think Agile for bare metal implementation, container virtualizations, in all the way you can think about. And all of the solution will be able to support mixed workloads. And as Spencer said, everything is down to the way we are planning. So it's really important that you work with us locally to get the right solution. You have probably, if you visit the Lenovo booth, you have probably seen this presentation before. This is the different models we're able to support. So we have the single node, we have the entry nodes delivering U25 or U42 racks. We have solutions from 4 to 12 node as is right now. I'm not going through all these details because I only have 10 minutes to present. I also need to give room to Dell and HPE. So if you want to have further information about all these configuration, then visit the booth or contact me afterwards. I want to show you a little bit around what is actually inside the rack. This is the 3650 M5 server, and this server is also the one we're using for storage spaces to rack. I've been installing storage spaces to rack for around a year now. We have a lot of experience around this. We have a lot of customers running in production. The Azurestack concept is using exactly this server. We're also using server for other converged solution, hyper-converged solution. And one of the main reasons is because the server has it's rated at iTech as #1 in reliability. It has a TPM or a trusted platform assurance built into the system. As Spencer said, TPM 2.0 is a requirement for delivering a hardware solution for the Azurestack. And also, there's a lot of flexibility inside this server. It is like Lego components. You can build the server as you want it. For Azurestack, it's predefined, but for other workload purposes, you can build it as you want. This is how it looks inside. Just to give you a very short overview, and if you take a look at the configuration planning tool, you will see that you can actually build this server just as you want. There's so many options and choices for you to configure inside the tool. One of the other thing I wanted to highlight is the way we are running the predicted failure analysis inside the server. So the server is, and the way the server is built and the way the firmware is built inside this server is actually capable for finding out if there's any hardware issues even before they are happening. And so this information will be shipped back to the service provider automatically. And whenever the technical team is going on site for repairing the hardware, and they opening the server, it will actually light up with a small signal inside the motherboard or the mainboard on each component, which one of the hardware components has a failure. So it could be a memory DIMM or whatever, where there's a little light showing that this DIMM is actually the one which has a fault. And on top of that, you will also be able to read out that information on the light panel. A little about what are we adding for networking inside the Azurestack. Lenovo switches, this is one of the things we acquired from IBM, part of the x86 business. I'm actually a networking guy, networking security guy. I started at IBM because they acquired BNC, Blade Network Technologies. They have been building switches for different vendors through many years. Those switches you will find inside Azurestack is delivered in different flavors. The one I'm showing here is a 10 gig one, the 8272. And along that we also have the management switch, the 8052. And the two 10 gig switches, which also have 40 gig ports, are delivering the network stack, no matter if we're talking about BGP, ECMP, the IS link for the virtual link aggregation, so we have fully redundancy in between the switches. Together with the SDN part of Azurestack, this is actually the access point in and out of the entire Azurestack. Whenever we're going to aggregate several regions together, we're going to combine that one with an 83, 32 and 40 gig switch. This is not part of the solution right now, but it is already certified. So whenever we come to that point, that will be part of the solution as well. In the end of my presentation, I just wanted to show you how did we manage the first tab installation. So at the bottom you will see an XLS worksheet we received from Microsoft. Inside that document, everything is described about the planning phase of the first tab for multi-node installation. So we worked together with Microsoft on pre-meetings on Skype, and the worksheet was filled out. It took around an hour. We discussed the different subnetting interfaces and so on. And then the scripting, IP and BGP subnetting was pre-programmed by Microsoft via Ansible. And then we were able to follow the Think Agile hardware shipping process. So I received the shipping information in very deep details about each stage, when it left Microsoft, when it left US, when it arrived to Europe, when it was supposed to be at the customer side, and when it came to the customer access point, I actually received pictures from there, so I could verify that the entire packet was delivered without damage. The hardware were delivered in time. Actually, the first tab install we did, the hardware came before we expected. Then the guys started installing as planned. Microsoft was on site. Lenovo Professional Service was on site as well. And whenever the hardware was up and running, we received the fully software package with the latest patches and so on. And Microsoft could start installing the entire software stack together with the networking part. So what took most hours was the network part. It's quite complex. It needs to be 100% correct. We did have some learnings there, but anyway, we got everything up and running within 48 hours. The first tab took a little bit longer after we managed to install everything. Everything was up and running. We have to remove the system because the hosting company figured out that they were using single mode and not multi-mode fiber. Quite a challenge to be prepared for as well. So at the end of my presentation, some pictures. This is Microsoft and Lenovo Professional Services mounting the system. I have to tell you, the first tab here is delivered in packages. It's not delivered as a fully rack. So we mounted everything manually at the hosting center. And in the end, it ended up looking like the right least picture, where you cannot see the switches, but this is a U42 rack. If you have any questions, you feel free to reach out to the company Cloud Factory. They are here at the event as well, so you feel free to ask any questions. Right?
Thanks, Bert. So before you leave the stage, before you run off, I was going to ask a quick question of if there's been anything surprising in the partnership that we've had so far with Azurestack you'd like to comment on.
I won't say there was any kind of any surprises. It was actually positive surprises, but you know, everything comes down to the way you're communicating. So there's a lot of email flows around in the beginning, but when you're learning the guys to know, I think it was pretty easy to get the hold on the right persons, knowing the right information.
Great, excellent. Well, thanks for coming out today and appreciate you sharing with us.
Okay, thanks.
Next, I'm going to ask